One of the things I did read is that Pete is quite the practical joker.
He can be. He used to be a lot more, yeah.
So he's pulled back on that a little bit.
I think after having kids, he's like, oh, this is maybe ridiculous. Maybe this is not, I think after having kids, he's grown to appreciate other people's patience.
Right. Okay.
And that it can be exhausted.
Do you have a particular memory where you're like, oh my gosh, I remember you doing this?
Yeah. Really early on in the band. Now I have a reputation for being a little bit uptight. I can be a little bit, in terms of like, I don't like getting in trouble. I don't like doing the wrong thing. I don't like upsetting people. I don't like whatever. And so I can be a little bit like, oh, but my mom was an accountant. I have a very, like I carry that with me, and one of the first times I dropped Pete off at his house, when we were starting out, I got home after dropping him off, and I, for some reason, opened my wallet, and I noticed that my driver's license was missing, and it had been replaced with a picture of some world leader, like cut out of a newspaper. And I was so mad because in my head, and this is the silliest thing, but I was like 17 and I was like, this is the stupid stuff you think when you're 17. I'm like, I'm going to get arrested because I can't drive with a driver's license. I don't physically have my driver's license on me. This is a crime. I'm going to go to jail for crimes. And so I drove back to his house really angry, at like 9:30 at night, like pounding on his door, and his parents answer, and I'm like, where's Pete? So, but it's just that kind. He's always been that. He does enjoy poking you a little bit. So,
when people say that guy could sing a fucking recipe.
Oh no,
that guy could sing a fucking recipe and you'd still fucking love it.
Pie crust apples, granulated sugar, brown sugar, flour, cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon, egg. I don't know, whatever. It's early. I'm not belting this shit.
I mean, you gotta be
equipment needed for making a pie.
Yes, he is.
9-inch pie plate, rolling pin. I don't know.
Amazing. I think we've discovered your YouTube channel, just for the record.
we attempt to do new things and interesting things, and sometimes stuff comes out sideways, like we did like Young and Menace, and like like stuff that like you're like, wow, that was...
I stand by Young and Menace.
I love it. By the way, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I don't mean it in that way. I mean it in a way where like that was a polarizing song for people. You know what I mean? Which is art is supposed to make you feel things, so that's
when you're supposed to polarize sometimes.
Listen, let me finish the point since you just yelled at me about
I'm kidding.
Out of the Fall Out Boy fans we surveyed, who do you think they chose as their favourite member of the band? A. Patrick, B. Andy, C. Joe, or D. Pete?
Can you hear the choices again? There's 4 choices.
Okay, yeah.
Balls. Pete.
No, it's not going to be Pete. It's too obvious.
Well, you can't. I mean, you can overrule if you want.
I have to vote for myself then?
Just
shut up. It's Patrick.
Okay, we're going A, Patrick. Let's find out the correct answer.
The correct answer is D. Pete. Although my favourite member has to be Patrick because his vocals blow my mind every time I see you guys.
I was so bad at the last game, I'm just going to be quiet. Unreal bad.
We might try to.
Yeah, bad answers are funny.
But
that's
this
part of
isn't
the
like
thing.
that. We're not going against people.
All right, so we're going to get started.
He said bad answers are funny. They are. It's like part of the shtick, right? We're supposed to allow ourselves to get a little embarrassed, right?
Yeah, be vulnerable.
Let yourself just be.
All right, let's do it.
Dude, I just had the craziest dream. You were there and you were like covered in syrup. Oh, no, that was no dream.
Pete.